and show the direction for your lineage. You are the young king, not the old bastard, old fart. His time is off.
You've never been dumped before.
Now, do you know why I'm so dressed up? That's right, because we're going on a date. Yay! Does my hair look good? I don't know. Kinda disheveled and stuff. So let's see. We have a couple of college students going on a blind date. I had to have some preview to establish whether the video is good. I can tell you it's got a lot of potential. It's funny how I'm all dressed up upstairs, but downstairs, I got no pants. Or do I? Let's go.
I'm Anshul Agarwal. I am a third-year UCLA student, currently single, looking to embarrass myself.
What do you look for in a woman?
Right from the get-go, when a dude says, I'm looking to embarrass myself, it means that he has low self-esteem or a low perception of himself, which means he defeats himself even before trying.
Ooh. Sense of adventure, willingness to learn, and just someone to have a lot of fun with and be around.
Freaky!
Hey, I am Bhavi Nandu, a sophomore at USC, and I'm a little nervous but very excited to go on a blind date and play a game of candid confessions. Hey.
Nice to meet you.
You too,
Anshul.
Bhavi.
Bhavi.
Yeah.
It's a great name.
Oh, thank you.
Cool. So how you been? You excited? Ready to do
I
this
am
thing?
very, very nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what? Same. Thank God.
I am sweating. I am that nervous.
A lot of tension in the air, but as a guy, you shouldn't admit that you are nervous. A girl should be nervous. But a guy, if he is very nervous, it means that he doesn't have any control of the situation. He isn't that stable in himself, and that detracts from the attraction.
Where are you from, though?
I'm from the Bay Area, San Jose. It's like this small place called Saratoga.
Yeah, okay.
You?
I'm from Mumbai.
Mumbai. Oh, no way.
Yeah, so it's really hot there.
I'm sweating myself
I'm really not
here,
used to this
just
weather.
so you know.
I feel like a little bitch when I say that. It's cold. Oh, am I allowed to say bitch? Oh, okay. Am I allowed to curse? Because I curse a lot. Okay.
That's a red flag. If a girl curses a lot, that means that she's very comfortable in any male's company. And if a girl is comfortable in a man's company, that means she doesn't have respect for him. And if she doesn't have respect for him, the amount of attraction will be very minuscule.
All right.
Should we start?
Cool.
Okay, go
All
first.
Right. Ladies first.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a nice guy.
Never have I ever been on a blind date. Or
All right.
1, 2, 3, go.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. You've
Before.
never been on a blind date?
Never. Actually, I've never really been on a date before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't, like, all through my life, I just decide it's not for me. I'm just like,
Well, I guess she just gets invited to somebody's place and they have some date. You know what I mean. From there, they hit it off and then eventually jump into a relationship. I would say that style is very casual. Young people prone to do that. They tend to have this laid-back attitude because going on a date is too serious. At that age, you want to just have fun, party, and relax with your partner. Going on a date is like throwing in the face that this might lead to something very serious. You know, marriage down the line.
not my priority in life.
I don't know. I'm always the type of guy that just goes, whatever
the
we're
flow.
doing, let's just do it.
That's
even
cool.
today, fuck
Yeah,
it,
no.
let's do it.
Yeah.
But,
That's not a good attitude because if you're as a guy is very laid back, don't have any structure or direction of what you are doing, you are unstable. You don't have your shit together, and as a man, you have to have responsibility, accountability, which is very attractive for females. You have to exude rock solid mindset.
Never have I ever been dumped. Oh, easy one.
Oh.
Before proceeding, you have 3 seconds to guess her answer. 1, 2, 3. You guessed it right. She has never been dumped.
You've never been dumped before.
This is so... Guys are oblivious to this fact. Most of the relationships are ended by women. There's a statistic saying that 70% of divorces are initiated by women. So wrap your head around that. But going back to the first point, in my own personal experience, I've dated women who have told that they were never been dumped before. And this is a usual thing. Most of the guys are not used to get girls. And as soon as they do, they get lucky. They become comfortable, become complacent, double down on being casual and relaxed and laid back. And if you're not improving, if you're not making it exciting for her, the attraction between you two will go downhill. And when you become dumped, you will be wondering, but we had this so good. You won't paying attention to the subtle signals.
I always
0%.
do the dumping.
All right,
before
I'm gonna quickly just.
No, I mean before I sense anything. I don't know why it's a bad thing, but I like if I sense something is wrong, I just end it then and
End it
there.
immediately?
Yeah.
Because she has abundance of guys. She knows what she wants. Guys are lining up to date her. Of course, she will be very picky. And if something doesn't match with her ideals, the current emotional state, snap, the problem is solved. I bet she had many more relationships, any kind of relationships. And that doesn't imply only physical ones.
Never have I ever liked someone just for their looks.
She has so many options. Of course she likes someone for their looks. Women start to neglect the looks and prioritize the stability more and more. As their pool of options shrinks, then they start to pay attention to the things that really matter.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, people are attractive.
I would like to say that these questions are very dumb. Men and women have different strategies for procreation, for mating. And asking the same question to man and woman won't give you the real picture. Men are superficial creatures. To an extent, of course. We are as superficial as our options allow. But if a woman has a lot of options, she will always choose the best one. In theory, men don't neglect. We have love for everyone.
It's not my fault. It's not anybody's fault, right?
I was super into this girl in high school, and you know, she was very attractive. I found her like super attractive. I was like, oh yes, like she's the one. Never have I ever judged the culture that I'm from. Oh boy, this is a fierce. When I was here, especially in middle school and high school, I wanted to be white so bad. I wanted, not necessarily white, but I wanted to be American.
Oh,
like,
I 100% get that.
Yeah.
Yep.
He has low self-esteem and it shows off. I guess it's okay to have doubt in yourself when you're very young and enter the puberty, especially if you haven't gotten a lot of love from your parents. But you have to always work to improve and understanding your deep inner core. I bet her answer will be connecting to being rebel from her culture, because her culture is Indian, which is very conservative. But living in a liberal America, she wants to feel emancipated.
It's like, oh yeah, like talk a different way, like kind of over it. I was like, no, it's like all the classic, like, oh, the food smells, you know, everything's smelly, like, you know, Indians are so annoying, like whenever you go in like lines in places, like they're so loud. And it's like, now that I've grown up and I'm sitting here and I'm like, you know, those are the things I love about my culture. I love about the people that I talk to, you know, it's like when you're in a room with another Indian, it's just a much more comfortable vibe.
Oftentimes, as men age, we become more conservative in our thoughts. Of course, it goes hand in hand whether you're taking responsibility, accountability of your life or not. If you're a hippie, then no, it doesn't apply to you. Nothing wrong with hippies. I'm just stating facts. Your ideology will be a consequence of how you see the world, how you perceive yourself as being a part of it.
Because understanding that common culture, like really like, it's so much easier to talk. Yeah. So I definitely have judged it, but I don't judge it anymore too much. You know? Yes or no, pineapple's good on pizza. Yo, like, no, like, wait, are you serious?
No, they do not go on pizza. I know. That is so gross.
Literally, it's like the perfect mix of like salty and sweet.
No,
and, like,
it's not.
Like, dude, it's amazing.
Don't even talk
and
about
then you have,
it.
like the bread
juice
becomes
is like falling into the cheese.
Exactly.
Ew, I want to.
If you're arguing with a woman, you don't know what you're doing. Especially if you're calling her dude and being very emotional and trying to sell her idea. If a woman respects a man, she doesn't argue with him.
Never have I ever done something that could have gotten me arrested.
Man, my parents are gonna watch this.
It's okay. Don't.
All right. Should we count down?
No, I have to. Wait, give me 2 seconds. I need to think.
Never have I ever hidden a relationship from my parents. Automatic, like, yeah. 100%.
100%.
Was not the move.
He is very feminine and she is very rebellious. That's why they push yes button, both of them. I bet his father is very domineering and he feels feminine, especially living in liberal America. Being afraid of your father when you're a grown man is a great weakness. I don't care about the cultural thing that you have to always respect your father and let him lead the way. No, at some point in life you have to put your big boy pants on and show the direction for your lineage. You are the young king. Not the old bastard, old fart. His time is off. And she, being of Indian heritage, of course she was hiding her relationships. But I don't think that's the case now. Not anymore.
Me neither. Brown parents.
Yeah.
My mom knows. My dad doesn't.
Oh, yeah?
You see what I'm saying? Mothers always take the side of their daughters. They don't understand why we have to limit our children. There's a balance. A guy has to be exploring, make his mistakes, fail and try again. But girls, being very emotional and chaotic, they have to have limitations so that they don't do a lot of stupid shit. And you might say that they have to have that option. Okay, I get it. You want to have your fun when you're young. But I promise you, when you get older, those mistakes will echo in your future and you will regret taking those dumb decisions. I'm still to make a video about giving advice for young women. We'll see how it goes. If you still want that one, leave a comment down below.
Yeah. My mom would always joke because like whenever I was like, oh, I'm going out, and she'd be like, oh, who are you going out with? I'd list the same 3 people, and then she'd be like, wait, but I know for a fact that I talked to like Nishant's mom and he's not available right now. And I was like, oh, caught.
Never have I ever done something incredibly irresponsible before.
Boys shouldn't be hindered to make their own mistakes. Boys should be guided and supervised so that when they fall, you lift them up, give them a life lesson and let them grow. Men grow in suffering.
Ta-da!
Of course.
Like, you know, classic alcohol and drugs.
Of course.
Accidentally, though.
Accidentally?
Accidentally.
So you've accidentally fell on top of like an open Svedka bottle and just like drank the whole thing? Like,
No,
it's just like, oh, I'm...
No,
oh,
I ate things that I shouldn't be eating.
Oh, okay.
We were on spring break last year, and my friends had gotten like these like cookies, and they were just like, hey, if you were gonna do it with like people who you trust, or like, you know, like the whole friend thing.
It doesn't work like that. If you are irresponsible, if you don't have any male authority as a young girl growing up, you will be doing a lot of shit that you can greatly regret. We can deny the fact that boys and girls are very different from each other, but the reality prevails. I remember dating this girl back in my teenage years. She had the same attitude. She wanted to try out stuff. And at the time we were on the verge to break off. She was about to dump me, of course. And she ended up partying with these dudes that she was knowing only for 2 weeks. Next thing you know, she wakes up the day after with bruises all over her thighs. She didn't remember anything. She was blacked out. The charges were pressed, but nothing happened. I think even her father was doubting her. The moral of the story, you can ignore the reality, but you cannot ignore the consequences of ignoring that reality.
And I was like, well, I will think about it. If I ever want to do it, like, I will let you guys know about it. But like right now, I'm really good. And then they just snuck it in my food.
Oh,
and I was,
that's kind of
cruising.
up.
I was cruising.
Snuck that in my food.
Never have I ever regretted not telling somebody something very important. I feel like I probably have.
Me too. Parents, mostly parents.
Actually, yeah, that's true.
Like,
I feel
there's
like,
so much that there's so much that they need to know. Like how I feel about them, or like how much I respect them, or like just everything about them. They don't know anything. Like they literally only feel like their daughter's out there and living her life. Like.
And the reason is that parenthood doesn't exist. Parents think that if they just scare their children, have some tyrannical, authoritative attitude, forbidding a lot of stuff, that it will work itself out. But it's not how reality is. You have to explain stuff to your children, show them the way, not forbid a lot of stuff, because the curiosity will still be there and they will make everything in their power to go out and try those stuff. Curiosity is in our nature, and if you don't steal it with proper knowledge, it will have dire consequences.
I guess I could say the same in the sense like when I was in high school, I was definitely pretty depressed and like pretty like wasn't in a good place, but I never told my parents because I felt like they would judge me or like something.
If he is being afraid of parents judging him, that means his parents failed at parenting him. It's not his fault, they have to take the full responsibility. People don't realize how much fine-tuned craft parenting is. You have to pay attention to small things because children communicate with their body language, with the aura they exude, emanate, and most often than not, fathers don't understand that because they don't have any knowledge of their own instincts and reading the emotions of the feminine. And that's why most guys fail with women, because they don't understand them.
And it's one of those things where it came out like my junior and senior year, and I was like, and they were completely supportive. They were like, look, let's just like talk about it, let's talk through, like, let's like see what's going on.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where I was like, you know, I could have just talked about this with them on day one.
Yeah.
And like it would have been so much easier.
Better.
But like I like built up all this like pent up anger and everything, like, teenage angst.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess like that's something I regret.
It breaks my
this is the
heart.
last one. Oof.
Yes or no? I was initially attracted to you. Let's say green. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're pretty attractive.
You're pretty
Like,
attractive too. Personality.
Thank you.
Yes or no? I would like to go on a second date with you.
Should I count this down? 3, 2, 1. Nice. All right. So let me get your
Got
number real
this.
quick.
Really?
Yeah, no, straight up.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Are you a more number person? That's so weird.
He played it cool. Not gonna deny.
I was gonna do this.
Snapchat. Oh, okay. I'm down. It's not that
Like more.
Snapchat is for fandom. If you respect the person, you make a call. The reason to why young people prefer to text, because they want to do several things simultaneously. It's this restless and unfocused generation that we have going on, with so much information entering our vision, entering our periphery. But I bet you if she's emotionally invested in him, she will be calling him all the time. No Snapchatting. Think about that. What's your number one advice for a blind date? Tell me in the comments. If you want to see more videos on gender dynamics, click here. But for now, Hossein out.